A very good morning to you. How is everybody doing? How is your day going so far? I am Jamie, and this is, of course, the Chat Wrap on Relax Radio. How are you doing? It is Tuesday, and it is beautiful out there. I just want to know, what plans have you got for today? Are you going to work? Are you working from home? Go ahead and let me know. You could always call me up or connect with me on our social media. That is Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, Periscope, so much more. Basically, all of the social media platforms out there, we are on it. So make sure that you go check us out, send us an inbox message. Feel free to contact us at any time that you want because we are here for you 24/7, 365. Now, this is, of course, the Chat Trap, and we trap you with the best of conversation with regards to all things interesting, entertainment, current affairs, basically everything that you need to know. We talk to you about here at Relax Radio. And even though we call ourselves radio, we are far from just like an original ordinary radio station. Okay, and hear me out why I say that. It's because we are so diverse in the sense where we want your opinion. We want to hear what you think about the issues that we discuss. We want to know what you believe, your perspectives with regards to whatever we are discussing. And that's why we are so different to your everyday radio station. We're giving you a platform, we're giving you the opportunity to speak up. So go ahead and do just that, okay? With that being said, I just want to say a big hello going out to every single one of you that have been tuning in this so far. It's definitely such a pleasure to have you on board. Please make sure to hit that thumbs up button. Make sure that you leave a comment down below as well, because that's just gonna let me know that you are liking what we're talking about. And even if you don't like what we're talking about, even if you don't like the content, or if you have a different perspective, that's okay as well, because go ahead and let us know what you would like to hear us talk about, and we will be more than happy to take it on air and discuss it with everybody listening in. All right, with that being said, who's ready to get on into the conversation? And this is I would say interesting, okay, because it's something that every single one of us struggle with. It doesn't matter how rich you are, it doesn't matter how poor you are, it doesn't matter how many followers you have. None of these things matter. It is something that commonly we as human beings struggle with, and that is being focused. Okay, again, I'm going to share with you some personal experiences of mine, and I feel like for me to keep a focused mind, especially after lockdown, after the whole COVID pandemic situation, and after lockdown, I feel like it was harder for me to keep my mind focused on one task. Has that ever happened to you, where you sit down, you're ready to work, you open a new document, or you open a report that is due, say, tomorrow, and your phone lights up? Okay, your phone lights up and you get a text message from a friend, and initially you leave everything and you ignore your work, you ignore your report or whatever that you need to be doing, and you decide to have a quick look at the message. And the quick look at the message kind of leads you on to so many different things. It leads you to TikTok, and then you go on scrolling, and that's like half your day wasted. Now, that is a situation that I've been in so many times in my life, okay? I've been in that situation and it's been chaotic. And I have tried, I've tried and tested certain things that we can do to make sure that we stay mentally focused. And if you want to know more, well, then you got to keep it tuned right here on the Chat Trap. All right, let's get on into the next part of the conversation. And I feel like every day there are thousands of choices like this that happen inside your brain. Okay, it's a constant battle between your desire to create great work and your almost like this primal need to know what's going on around you. Okay, so while focus can seem like such a fuzzy concept, it's actually something that has been well studied. And I promise you, this isn't boring. I promise you that this is definitely something that you are going to want to hear, especially if you struggle with what I just said. If you struggle with, maintaining your focus on one task at one given time, if you struggle with that, you are definitely going to want to hear this out. Okay, trust me, I've read so many articles trying to figure out my situation with regards to this, and I've realized that this idea of focus, of mental focus, is such a well studied science almost, and it's almost like a neuroscience behind it. And if you understand that neuroscience behind it, it just makes it easier for you to kind of comprehend what you can do in order to understand and control your focus. Okay, it basically helps you understand how you can master your attention and concentrate on what really matters so you can achieve your goals so much faster. So that's what I'm going to talk to you about. I want to talk to you about the science of attention. And as cliche and as boring as that possibly could sound, trust me when I say it is definitely something that you are going to want to hear out. Now, before we get on into this whole science of attention and how you can have a focused mind or whatnot, I feel like we need to go on into a little break. But before that, I'd really want to remind you really quick that you can be a part of the show at any given time, and you can do that by leaving a comment down below. Now, if you're listening to us on our social media, it's super simple. All you gotta do is leave a comment down below, and since this is happening live, I can directly get in touch with you. I can get in contact with you, and we can have an awesome conversation. So go ahead and do that. Make sure that you hit that thumbs up button as well. With that being said, we are going to be heading off into a little break.
And it gives them something to look at, and it makes them laugh. It makes them laugh. So that's why I do it.
Oh, and it could be a really good pickup line as well. Ladies who ask, "Hey, excuse me, so why are you wearing something so colorful?" I mean, hey, you can always have something up on your sleeve. I mean, got me thinking. You want to stand out. Why do you want to stand out though so much, especially with these kind of shirts when you're riding? There must be a purpose behind it, right?
Well, when you say a purpose, Nick, what I do, I wear the shirts mainly because they're nice and bright. So they make me visible, especially if I'm riding on the road.
Okay. Yeah, that's very important, right? Because you want cars, yeah.
Very important. And also, like, people see me in, like, calves, and perhaps I shouldn't be saying this on here, I suppose, but in the bar afterwards.
All right.
And it gives them something to look at, and it makes them laugh. It makes them laugh. So that's why I do it.
Oh, and it could be a really good pickup line as well. Ladies who ask, "Hey, excuse me, so why are you wearing something so colorful?" I mean, hey, you can always have something up on your sleeve. I mean, you look like a guy who would do.
You know me too well. You know me too well, Nick.
Hey there, and welcome back to the show. A very good morning to you if you're listening in from the UK, or if you're listening in from around the world. A very good day to you as well. Hope you are having a fantastic Tuesday so far. I want to know where you're listening in from. I want to know if you're listening in from, London, from the UK, or are you listening in from around the world? Because I do have a couple of people that always listen to me from, Asia. We have people listening in from Canada, from America. So go ahead and let me know where you are listening in from, because we can have like a bonding session where we talk about where you come from. You can talk to me about the situation in your country. Is it worse? What's the COVID situation like? Go ahead and let me know. You can always call me or leave a comment down below if you're listening to us on our social media platform. Go ahead and let me know how your day is going. Go ahead and let me know if you like what we're talking about. And if you don't, that's okay as well. Please do let me know, okay? With that being said, let's get on into the conversation. We were talking about mental focus so far, and we were talking about the science of attention, okay? And I told you, for you to understand what a focused mind is, you need to understand the concept of like an attentional field. Okay, now I know this sounds complicated to a certain extent, but this is something that you are definitely going to want to hear out. Okay, so I'll put it as simply as possible. Basically, your attentional field is a combination of everything inside of you. Okay, it's a combination of your thoughts, your emotions, your physical sensation. It includes your attentional field, includes all of that, and it also includes everything outside of you. Okay, it includes what you see, what you hear, and focus. Basically, is the ability to concentrate on cues that are either inside your body, like thoughts or emotions, or outside. Okay, so if you can focus on these things in a deliberate way, then you have a focused mind. Now the problem with this is that a lot of us have a very managing and a wandering mind. A wandering mind is the best term I feel like that we can use in this scenario. And no matter how focused you are, there are going to be instances where your mind wanders. You're reading something and then you suddenly think of, ooh, what's for dinner? Or you're listening to a lecture and you suddenly think of, did I call my friend yesterday? And these are things that happens to almost all human beings. It's a very normal thing. But one thing that you need to understand, or one thing that you need to do, is to learn a few things on what you can do to improve your mental focus. You need to focus on things that you can do to improve the situation. And yes, I understand that staying on one task can be so very difficult. Okay, now, when you're surrounded by constant distractions, it can be even worse. Focusing on one specific task can be so freaking hard if you have so many distractions that is happening around you, if there's so many diversions. Okay, so even during quiet moments. Now, I know that that's something that a lot of people say, but for me, that can be nothing around me, and still I'll find my mind wandering, and I'll find me thinking about a lot of random different things, and that shouldn't be the case. Okay, you need to be able to concentrate on something in your environment and direct all of your mental effort towards that one thing, and that's going to help you achieve your goals. That's going to help you to learn new things and perform well in general. Okay, so whether you are trying to finish a report at work or whether you are completing a marathon, it doesn't matter. I feel like your ability to focus can actually mean the difference between success and failure. Okay, so what I want to tell you is that improving your mental focus is absolutely achievable. If you are somebody that always finds your mind wandering, you can do little things to improve your concentration, to improve your attention span, and to improve your mental focus. And I think the first thing that you can do is to access your mental focus, or assess your mental focus. What does this mean? This means where you kind of comprehend what kind of stage of mental focus you are at. Okay, so before you start working towards improving your mental focus, you might want to begin by analyzing just how strong or just how weak your mental focus is at that present moment. Okay, so if you can find it easy to stay alert, if you can set goals and stick to those goals, and if you can stick to short breaks and then get back to work, then if you can do these things, then your focus is good. But if you're like me and you daydream regularly and you can't tune out the distractions and you lose track of your progress, you probably need to work on your mental focus. So first of all, assess your mental focus. And I think the second thing that you need to try to do, and I know you've probably heard this, but you need to try your level best to do this, and that is to eliminate distractions. Okay, while it may sound like the most obvious thing out there, I don't think people understand how important it is. And I feel like people often underestimate just how many distractions that you have around you. And trust me, me being like a Gen Z, I feel like the worst part about trying to be mentally focused is everything that's happening around you. Trust me when I say it can literally be, my study table or my workspace is directly facing to like a balcony and I can see outside, right? So it can be something as little as a bird flying, and that would completely distract me from what I'm trying to focus on. Okay, so that's a very normal thing, but I think the first thing that you can do is to eliminate your distraction. So what I do is I kind of, log out of my social media. I kind of pull my curtains. I try to keep as less distractions as possible so that I can focus on what I am doing at the given moment. Okay, so minimizing these sources of distractions isn't as easy as it sounds. I know it can be really, really difficult, but you need to find one way or another. You need to have strategies to try to minimize or eliminate such distractions. Okay, limit your focus. Ooh, that is definitely, if you want to improve your mental focus, don't focus on three different things at the same time. If you have a report to give in and you also are trying to focus on a conversation with your friend and you're also trying to focus on another thing, avoid doing that. Avoid multitasking, because that can lead to distractions. So limit your focus. That's another thing you can do. That means that you need to focus on one thing at one given time and not 100 things at one time, because that is going to give you a very hard time when you get to concentrating. Live in the moment. Practice mindfulness. These are all things that you can do to make sure that you don't get distracted. Make sure that your mind doesn't wander as much, but just remember that it's a very normal thing, and you need to do these little things in order to make sure that you are mentally focused. All right, with that being said, we are going to head on off into a little break. When I come back, though, we do have so many interesting things to talk about, so make sure that you keep it tuned in right here on Relax Radio. A very good morning to you.
The valuations that you place on an asset are always behind you. It's always in hindsight. It's never in front of you. And that's one of the challenges, right? Because you're always valuing what happened yesterday. And what you need is what's going to happen tomorrow. What am I saving or investing for?